Hey guys, Mile High back out with another video, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a chatgpt army again in this video. I'm going to prompt chatgpt to make me an air army and see what kind of stuff it comes up with. I'm going to make this a new series where I use these AI generated armies and I'll use them and rank them from 1 to 10 and I'll let you guys rank them, and if they're any good, I'll actually take them into Legend League in the next video. So let's hop into chatgpt and see what it can come up with. Alright, so I prompted it to come up with an attack, and it come up with this Inferno Sky Blitz, is what it calls it. That's kind of interesting, so we'll see. We got 10 Inferno Dragons, 8 Balloons, 2 Dragon Riders, 1 Baby Dragon, 1 Electro Dragon for funneling, 3 Minions, and then for spells we got 2 Rage, 2 Freeze, 2 Skeleton spells, a Poison, a Battle Blimp, Stone Slammer is an alternate choice. Clan Castle Troops, it wants an Electro Dragon and Balloons. That hasn't been meta in forever. I don't know what year it thinks this is, but it actually even gives you an attack strategy breakdown, shows you exactly how to use it. So we're going to follow the instructions even on how it tells us to use it and just see how well it works. Obviously, there's better ways you can use it, but we're going to follow the instructions here and see how it works out. So let's go hop into an attack. Alright, so here's this monstrosity of an attack. We had to tweak it just a little bit because for some reason it never gives you the right housing space, even if you tell it. I told it to give me 340 housing space, and it ended up being like 380. I don't know what's going on. This one was way short. It only gave us like 2 something. So I just added a couple extra Inferno Dragons, an extra Balloon, 1 extra Dragon Rider, and that's basically it. Got the spells right. Clan Castle, it said 1 Electro Dragon and 1 Balloon, even though it was for TownHall 17. So we just added 5 Balloons. And yeah, that's going to be how we're going to have to take the Town Halls, with a Rage and Electro Dragon and Balloons. It used to be meta, but obviously not for a long time, so this could be really interesting. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so what it wants us to do first is use an Electro Dragon for funneling, and then it wants us to use a Baby Dragon with the King and Queen to funnel another side. So we're just going to use the Electro Dragon up here, and if there was a storage to chain off of, I might use a Rage on it, but not this time. We're just going to pick up the Kane and the enemy, or the friendly rather, army camp up there that gives us the giant. So now we're going to funnel this side with a Baby Dragon. We're going to drop actually 1 balloon in front of it just to chest for a trap. And then we'll use our Queen with her giant arrow. Probably should have aimed that for air defenses, but I just barely missed. Oh well. We do have a nice funnel set here. So then it wants the Baby Dragons and then Balloons behind, or Inferno Dragons rather. We'll get our Dragon Riders in. We are going directly into Sweeper, which isn't fun. We're going to freeze that up. Send in our Blimp. Once the Blimp gets close to the edge here, we'll hit our ability. We're going to freeze that Sweeper one more time. And we need to pay attention here. We need to freeze and rage on the Town Hall because we don't have a good clan castle for taking out the Town Hall. I don't know why I can't speak right now. Okay, we're going to drop a Skeleton spell on the Monolith. Get another rage in. It wants us just to use the Royal Champion for the backside. And is there anywhere else we can use a Skeleton spell? Not really. We're going to rage one more time. We're kind of running out of troops here. So our King's about to go down. We're just going to Skeleton spell here, and then we're going to get in our Royal Champion. We're going to wait for that Inferno to go down, and then we'll use the Rocket Spear. Alright, let's rage one more time. We do have a Skeleton spell distracting. This honestly isn't going too bad. I've seen much worse from chatgpt than this, so this is actually going to be a pretty high percentage. We got our Royal Champion alive. All of our air troops are dead now. I think it's basically, yeah, it's just our Royal Champion and a Phoenix. That's all that's left. But we're going to push into the high 80s here, which isn't bad. Our Queen's actually still alive too, but she's just beating on a wall over there. Our Phoenix should be able to pick up a couple more buildings here. It's going to get the storage. Our Queen's going to break that wall and immediately get wrecked by that Monolith. But we might reach 90%, which honestly, for an AI-generated attack, you can definitely get a lot worse, trust me. And I've seen much worse than this. Is the Monolith going to go down? One more shot. Okay, the Monolith goes down. We reach 90%. And we're honestly just going to end it there because we're not going to get anything more. But a 90%, I honestly expected worse. So let's try it again. Alright, we got double Poison Towers this time. And the Fire Spitters, yeah, definitely, it's baiting you into pushing into this side to the Fire Spitters. But then it has both Air Sweepers pointed that way. But if I could hit a good giant arrow there with the Queen, I might not have to deal with that, which would be ideal. And we can actually, I'm going to drop a Rage this time for the Electro Dragon, because I want to chain off of that Dark Elixir storage. And we're going to drop, let me see here, where do I want to shoot this giant arrow from? Okay, I'm going to drop a Baby Dragon here. I'm going to try to line up this giant arrow. Okay, we got both Sweepers, perfect. Let's get our King in. Basically, it just wanted the King to tank for the Queen, is all it wanted me to do with that, so I guess that's what we'll do. Alright, we'll wait a second. get in the blimp. We've honestly got a pretty good setup here. I'm going to hit an early warden ability because we are fighting both air sweepers, obviously. Get a couple skeleton spells down. That was really late. I'm going to rage and freeze on the town hall here. We're going to rage over the monolith. Should have already had the poison spell down as well. There's so much going on here. I'm trying to remember the instructions it gave me. All right, let's freeze that spitter and we'll rage. How is our electro dragon still alive? I have no idea how that happened, but I'm not complaining. All right, we're not going to get much value out of a freeze up there, so we'll freeze the enemy minion prince. Then let's get our royal champion in with her rocket spear. Try to snipe out some of these defenses just to keep our queen alive, because obviously we have no chance of 3-starring this, so we'll just try to push up our percentage as much as we can. Sniping out the Tesla farm there. That royal champion was actually pretty nice, because that's going to push our percentage way higher than it otherwise would have been, because we were only at like, I don't know, 50-something% when we dropped it in. Now the queen can pick all this stuff off. She'll stay alive here. All of the air defenses are down, but we do still have a multi-archer tower. We still have a single Inferno. The enemy royal champion's still up. We do still have some Inferno dragons at the top, but not much. But we're going to be pushing 90% again, which, honestly, not that bad. Obviously, this is not going to be something you want to take in Legend League if you're taking it seriously, but being around 90%, honestly, is better than I expected, because these are all good Legend League bases that I've had really good success with. We hit 89%, not quite 90%. But still, that's not that bad of an attack. So let's hop into another one. Alright, so in a base like this, generally I would come in completely opposite of the town hall, but having an electro dragon and balloons in the blimp, it's not a safe bet to get that town hall. So what we're going to do here, we're going to try to chain off of this, what is that, the hero, whatever the hero building is called, the hero hall I think it is, and hopefully get that air defense down with this electro dragon. We're going to have to take out this trash first, so it might not go down. But let's get our baby dragon here. Let's see if we can get a decent giant arrow here. Hopefully get that air defense, and we get the backside sweeper, which is perfect. I was hoping to get both air defenses, but yeah, that was definitely a little bit greedy on my part. We'll drop the balloons first. We'll drop our Inferno dragons, get the warden in. Wait just 1 second before we get our dragon riders in, because the defenses are quite a ways away. All right, let's send them in now. We're going to poison right away. Trying to be a little bit more patient on the warden ability, but we have to hit it now. All right, let's pay attention to the blimp here because we don't have a good CC to snipe the town hall. Okay, we'll freeze the fire spitter. We should have already had a skeleton spell on the monolith. That was not good on my part. But there's just so much going on here, and it's just so foreign. I'm not used to using something like this. All right, so let's rage up here on the monolith, make sure that goes down quick because we are kind of fizzling out here. Let's get a skeleton spell down there on the ricochet cannon, and we'll get our royal champion in with the rocket spear. Unfortunately, that core was pretty close to going down, and if we could have got that core down, our heroes might have had a decent chance to push to the backside of the base. But the core just stays up, and now there's still a fire spitter left, as well as the multi-gear cannon. Yeah, so that's going to do a lot of damage to us. Let's see what we can get for percentage again, though. Our royal champion is going to get the healers transferred over to her, which is nice. She actually goes and gets the core. So our queen, I don't think she has enough. Maybe, though. It's just going to be close on time. Because honestly, there's not much left other than the only problem is the enemy king standing, as well as that scatter shot. But if we can go to the scatter shot first and get the scatter shot before we fight the enemy king, I think we're honestly good. Because we still have healers alive, but there's too many walls to break. I don't think, yeah, I just don't think we're going to have time. And unfortunately, our healers path right into the scatter shot. So yeah, we're going to end up falling short here. That scattershot and king are going to end up killing our queen now anyway, so it wasn't a time fail, it was an actual power fail. We'll pick up the storage here. Alright, she's going to get that collector, and then by the time she breaks through this wall, and she chose a pretty bad wall, so now there's no way she can even get to the core. She's just going to beat this wall and go get, we might get the army camps. Yeah, I think that's probably about all we're going to get, because then the king might actually step out and intercept her over here. So I'm thinking we'll be at around 92%. But again, that's a pretty solid percentage for using an AI-generated army. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely way off meta. Not something you want to use if you're taking it serious in Legend League. But hey, low 90s on every attack except for 189. You'll take that from a randomly generated attack. We're going to die here to the king, I believe. She might actually win this fight. Nope, she goes down. 93%. So let's see what all we got here. We got a 93, an 89, and a 90. So that's not bad. 90, 89, 93. That's pretty solid. So that'd be around 30 trophies each hit if you were in Legend League. with those exact numbers. So it's not bad. So for a ranking, honestly, I've seen way worse. So I'm going to go about probably a 5 out of 10 because it could be a lot better, could be a lot worse. So we're just going to go right in the middle for our first impression because it is the first episode of this series. So let me know in the comments if you guys like the idea of doing this. Also, let me know if you guys have had any fun or any good luck generating armies through ChatGPT, if you've actually got something good. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.